edition of ESPN on ABC.
Days ago, 16 baseball teams converged on the birthplace of Little League Baseball, Williamsport, Pennsylvania, for the 70th edition of the Little League World Series. 8 teams from the U.S., 8 from across the globe, and now 2 are left standing. We'll crown a Little League champion here today.
Have shown up today for South Korea.
Yubin Choi strikes out 14. It takes the team, and Billy Dundon delivers his first hit of the World Series. What a pitching performance from Mancini. There you go, left field, and he has left the building. And he did it again. Wow, a big fly. Halfway up the hill. South Korea has pitched their way into the championship game. It's all over. The perfect season continues for the United States Championship.
Let's keep it going now. Let's keep it going now. I wish that it could be so much.
Welcome to ABC's coverage of the Little League World Series, presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Today in the World Championship game, South Korea versus New York. The crowd is hyped, and so are we. 31 games have been played, all that left now to crown a champion. South Korea comes in with 1 loss. New York, perfect in the tournament, perfect this summer, 23-0. Now just 1 win stands between them and a Little League World Series title. And trust me when I tell you, they will have a ton of support here in South Williamsport for the championship game. The drive, not far at all from Maine Enwell, New York. It's about 2 hours, and trust me, the fans have made it. All kinds of buses going back and forth. 7:23 this morning, first daybreak. The fans were already lined up, and the buses have been going nonstop ever since. Let's go back to Enwell, New York, and the community is supporting this Little League team in a very big way. Signs of support. Fans are here to root them to a victory, and it's not just the folks from Maine Enwell. Bryce Harper sending a congratulations message to the boys along with Steph Curry. And how about a shout out from Drake? Not bad at all. And as good as all that has been, the biggest nugget of their day yesterday came after their victory in the U.S. title game, a 4-2 win over Tennessee, when they got a very important phone call.
Tom?
Hey, Mr. President.
Well, listen, congratulations. It sounds like I'm on speaker, so all the players and all the families, I'm proud of you guys, and good luck. We'll be watching you in the final game.
So a congratulatory call from President Barack Obama, but their work here not finished. 1 more win to go. They have to beat South Korea to get it done. Let's go inside Lamade Stadium now. Carl Ravitch, Kyle Peterson, and John Kruk. Guys?
Hi, Jay. Thank you very much. And I'll be joined by both Kyle and John in just a second as you take a look at the hillside. Once again, just like yesterday, full. And the team from South Korea has seemingly gotten better and better. So have the boys from Maine Enwell, 23-0, as Jay has said. Welcome alongside John and Kyle. I am Carl Ravitch. About 30 years ago, I got a chance to work in Binghamton, New York. Maine Enwell is a suburb of that community. It was a privilege for me. I got a chance to really see how local sports is the lifeblood of that community, and it's played out all summer long here. The baseball narrative usually is about big markets and small markets. In Little League, there's no such thing as a market size. City like Seoul of 25 million, Maine Enwell 17,000. In fact, the kids yesterday played in front of 26,000, more than their entire communities they live in. They're trying to do something against Korea that hasn't been done since 2011. Last time a United States team won this. Last time a team from New York won the whole thing a long time ago, 1964. And how important was it back in 1964 to win the Little League World Series championship? Well, how about the team from Staten Island getting a ticker tape parade through the boroughs and into Manhattan? That's how huge Little League Baseball was then to the country, and it's certainly how huge Little League Baseball is to a team and an area like Endwell, New York. They're representing the USA today. Kyle and John are here now. You know, it's amazing when you think about it. A lot of times you get into this situation and your pitching is depleted. Not really the case for the team from New York. They have their second best pitcher. There is reason for real hope here.
Yeah, absolutely there is, Carl, but we need to know which Ryan Harlos is going to come and show up in this game for the team from New York. You see his numbers, but in the first game against Rhode Island, he was dominant, hitting his spots, locating his fastball up and in, and then going with that breaking ball down and away to finish hitters. 5 innings, he only gave up the 3 hits and no earned runs. But then he faced Kentucky in the first inning of the game. Devin Obie with that line drive double, and then you see it all though, missing locations, balls up in the zone. Hitters can get their back to it. He gave up 3 1/3 innings, 10 hits, 8 earned runs. He did strike out 8 and only walked 1. But if he's going to win this game today and pitch his team to New York to the World Championship, he is going to have to mix up his pitches. He's going to have to pound the strike zone and hope he can get these South Korean hitters to chase balls out of the zone.
Yeah, Michael Mancini yesterday, a whole bunch of curveballs. Ryan Harlos and the rest of them think that may be an advantage if they can throw that again today. Tokyo, Kitasina, and Seoul, South Korea, the only leagues that have won 3 World Series titles. If Seoul can do it today, it will be their 4th, and they certainly have the arms and the bats to get it done.
Yeah, it might be the most complete team that we've seen at this year's Little League World Series. It starts on the mound, and how about the superlatives? They lead the entire tournament in ERA. It's below 1. In strikeouts, 67. And to go along with those 67 strikeouts, it's less than 10 walks. Power doesn't stop there. We've really seen it at the plate, especially in the last 2 games. They hit 3 home runs in the international game. 9 home runs are the most in this entire Little League World Series. Seung Kwon leads them with 3. They can beat you in a lot of different ways.
Amazing story about Kwon was a couple of years ago. He couldn't hit home runs, and now he's their team leader in doing just that. We'll see if he's able to go deep today, as both South Korea and the team from upstate New York, the little borough just outside of Binghamton, play for a World Series championship. Now it's time to send it down to today's public address announcer, Garrett Argianis, to introduce the teams. It's presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and fans around the world. Welcome to Lamade Stadium for the 2016 Little League Baseball World Series Championship Game. And now let's meet our teams for today's game. First, the visitors, Asia Pacific, East Seoul Little League from Seoul, South Korea. Number 6, Jungtaek Roo. Number 8, Seung Kwon. Number 7, Yoo Bin Choi. Number 18, Jake Young Kim. Number 21, Sang Hyun Park. Number 13, Min Ho Choi. Number 19, Won Tae Cho. Number 17, Jun Ho Young. Number 4, Jun So Cho. Number 3, Seon Hyun Kim. Number 9, Moo Sung Kim. Number 16, Yoo Min Lee. Number 5, Jun Hee-Hyuk Lee. The manager is Hee-Soo Ji. Coach Byung-Seok Yeom. And coach Sang-Hoon Hwang. And now, fans, it's time to meet our home team representing the Mid-Atlantic region, Maine Endwell Little League from Endwell, New York. Number 5, Michael Mancini. Number 3, Jude Abadessa. Number 19, Ryan Harlost. Number 8, Connor Rush. Number 13, Jack Hopko. Number 4, Brody Raleigh. Number 14, James Fellows. Number 10, Justin Ryan. Number 6, Jordan Owens. Number 2, Billy Dundon. Number 17, Jaden Finera. The manager is Scott Rush. He's joined by coach Joe Hopko and coach Joe Mancini. And now it's time to meet our volunteer umpires for today's World Championship game. Behind home plate from Lakemont, Georgia, Brian Henry. At first base, from Abingdon, Virginia, Johnny Jeb Stewart. At second base, from Carmichael, California, Gary DeFabio. At third base, from Dayton, Ohio, Bruce Klein. Down the left field line, from Bridgeport, West Virginia, Mike Cook. And down the right field line from Sinsboro, Louisiana, Brent Hicks.
And the umpires and players on the field win a U.S. championship. Get a call from the President of the United States. What do you do for an encore? Do you win it all? We'll find out with the first pitch when we come back.
It's the feeling like it's never gonna end. It's the reason keeps you coming back again. Say, whoa, whoa, summer forever. Let's keep it going now. Let's keep it going now. I wish that it could be summer forever.
ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal. They're great! And in part by the 2017 Ford Fusion, the beauty of a well-made choice.
I think they support their team on buses at 6 a.m. to get here around 9 a.m. for a game that starts a little after 3 p.m. Huge crowds, and Jamie Sire is way out in left field amongst them as we are set for South Korea and New York. Jamie?
Yeah, Carl, we've got some prime real estate out here in left field, just beyond the hedge. A good spot to catch home runs. And I've got one of maybe the most dedicated fan from Endwell. This is Trey Kendrick. And how many hours you spent going back and forth on buses and in cars to watch these games?
26.
26 hours he's made every single game. Now you play on the 10-year-old team. You've played with some of these guys. What's it been like to watch them get to this level and play in the championship game?
Really exciting.
Really exciting. And I know that you would love to play here one day. What would it be like to be out there and be one of those guys?
Amazing.
Amazing. All right, what do you guys think? All right, Carl, we're ready to go out here in the outfield. We'll send it back up to you.
All right, Jam, and we are ready to go here as well. We take a look at the road that was taken by Endwell, New York to get here. They beat Rhode Island, Tennessee 3-1. Kentucky in a high-scoring affair. They won that 13-10, and then a good one yesterday. They were up 4-zip. Little two-run home run that was given up late and ended up being 4-2. Population approximately 11,500. It's 7 miles west of Binghamton. Maine and Endwell, you get to be about 17,000. Also, the villages of Endicott and Johnson City right nearby. Scott Rush is the manager of this club. Got a chance to speak with all of them, and they're kind of in shock at what they've been able to accomplish. Not really the case for South Korea. Hisu Ji and company, they've been here 3 times. They've won 3 titles. They had a bit of a ho-hum approach after they won the international championship. They're after a little bigger prize. And Jung Takaru will be the guy to start it off for them against Ryan Harlow's to bunt, and that's foul. Behind 0-1.
And Carl, that's something we have seen from this team from South Korea. They'll bunt, and it doesn't matter who. I mean, you remember seeing Kwon hit 2 home runs to get them into the championship game, and a third at bat, the manager thought he was pulling off, so he had him bunting.
0-2.
That's one good way to take the bunt out of it. Pump 2 strikes in there to start.
5'5", 123-pounder. One down. Takaru, the shortstop, strikes out. Good start for Harlost. In fact, couldn't do much better. 3 pitches and a K.
I think today is a day where he really needed a good start, too. Coming off a rough one after he had a really good first start. Strikeouts have not been the issue for Ryan Harlost. He's had a bunch of them. That's strikeout number 14 so far in this Little League World Series in the first out of the day.
And now the home run hitter, Seum Kwon, 5 for 11 at the World Series. He squares to bunt. He fouls it off. Like John just said, not a big surprise to see it.
Yeah, we mentioned how the last couple games, the power numbers started coming up. And they're leading this Little League World Series in home runs. But they'll bunt every hitter. If they see the infielders back, they'll try to lay down a bunt.
This kid has 3 of them.
Yeah, 3 in the last 2 games he's played.
Ball. That one didn't miss by much. Harlost has only walked 1 with those 13, now 14 strikeouts.
But I think what you're seeing, Carl, is he's thrown 5 pitches and they've all been down. And you watch him against Kentucky, he was elevating pitches.
Ball. Well, having played a number of games here already, this is South Korea's 5th. Endwell, they're playing their 5th. There's a comfort level with the field as well. Raleigh from third, long throw. He overthrows his first baseman, and there will be no play. Kwon was moving down that 60-foot base path pretty quickly.
Yeah, and the fact that the team from New York, you see, once that ball rolled up his arm, he didn't really get a good grip on it. Casted it over the head of Jack Hopko, but, you know, this team from New York, they've only used 3 pitchers in this entire Little League World Series, and when they give you a chance to get an out, you got to take them. Like you said, we don't know who else can pitch for them. No one's ever told us.
Well, Abadessa and Connor Rush, really the only 2 guys through regionals who pitched along with Mancini. That's it. This is Yu-Bin Choi. That looked like a good one. They call it a ball. Choi was the pitcher yesterday who was flat out outstanding for South Korea. Their victory over Panama, the 5'9", 158-pounder, was pounding the strike zone, and a great combination of fastball and breaking balls.
Well, Yu-Bin Choi in this year's Little League World Series, 8 2/3 innings, 22 strikeouts, and no walks.
How's that working?
And yesterday is about as good as you can do. 6 innings, didn't give up an earned run. Again, 14 strikeouts, didn't watch anybody because of that pitch count. Obviously ineligible to go today, but he's still hitting 3rd in this order.
Outfield, especially left and center, way back. Back's almost up against the wall. Right fielder in a little bit. Choi pops this one up. Mancini is the shortstop today. 2 down.
Really good pitch by Ryan Harlow. He got through a fastball, and Yubin Choi, I mean, he just missed it. He had a very aggressive swing. So what do? When someone's on your fastball, you slow them up a little bit, and he got out front and popped it up.
Jake Young Kim, the first baseman, he has 2 home runs here in Williamsport. Ball. Yeah, you could pretty much draw a line almost at the knees for the most part. The misses are all down.
He has to stay down there.
Goodman there. Defensively from New York in the outfield.
The only guy who's not deep is Fellows, the right fielder.
Yeah, that's if Kim gets it, that's where it's really going to go.
Exactly. All right, Harlos is up 1 and 2. And he killed this one yesterday.
He's got 2 in this Little League World Series, and from that left side, pull it and it'll go away just beyond the right fielder's reach. That was his second home run for South Korea, and they ended up hitting 3 in the ball game.
The 1-2. Fastball, strike 3. Ryan Harlos with a good start. And the crowd here on its feet. They'll get a chance to see Maine Enwell come to the plate. Couple of strikeouts, didn't throw a ton of pitches, only 14, and 10 of them went for strikes. And now Harlost and Maine Enwell. We'll see Michael Mancini lead things off, Jude Abadessa, and then Ryan Harlost himself comes to the plate.
Crap that.
Welcome back to the Little League World Series. Team from upstate New York and Seoul, South Korea. With us an urban lifestyle for nearly half the population that lives in high-rises. The capital area is 25 million. They draw from about 4 or 5 million, but not a lot of the kids play. There's just not a lot of fields to play on there because it's so built up. It's the 4th largest economy in the world. Home of Samsung, LG, Hyundai, Kia. Their road to the championship, they suffered 1 loss. It was to Panama. It was really because of 1 swing from Esmit Pineda. After that, they've really found their own offensive groove, and their pitching's been crazy. There's one of their home fields, and some of the kids have talked about the challenge of playing on grass versus turf fields. I mean, they literally are in amongst high-rises. The translator likened it to New York City. But they get a chance as a Little League to win their 4th overall title. 3:25 here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and you look at the time difference. It's already 4:25 in the morning on Monday. How about that time warp, Johnny? You could jump if you don't like what you're seeing ahead of you. You go to South Korea, you're already at Monday. You know?
I'm thinking.
Okay, hold on. I mean, I don't want to rush it. I mean, things could be good for you the rest of the day and night.
It could hurt too to think this much.
Jun Ho Young is going to be on the mound for South Korea today. They actually were warming up 2 different pitchers. Wante Cho, who's out in left field, he's a lefty. He was warming up as well. So perhaps they go with Young for a little while, then they bring in Cho.
Yeah, they've got options. They've got options, and Jun Ho Young threw last against Panama, came in 12 pitches and ended up giving up the home run. That was the difference in that. Has not pitched since. We'll see how aggressive this team from Maine Enwell is early too.
And Little League wants to thank the dedicated volunteers who make the program so special for the millions of kids, boys and girls around the world. Little League extends their appreciation to the official sponsors, All Laundry Detergent, Snuggle Fabric Softener, who help maintain the strength and leadership of this Little League program. All you got to do is watch the game today and realize wherever you are playing Little League baseball, it can happen in your town too. Maine Enwell's Michael Mancini leads things off. He's the shortstop today. Swing and a miss to the first pitch. On the ground to third. That's Choi. And wow, how about that throw over? That was the pitcher yesterday. So you know he's capable of throwing it hard. He threw a seed over there to first.
Not only did he throw it hard, look how quick he gets the ball from glove to hand. Wow.
I'd say his arm still feels okay.
And Mancini can run too, and that was not even close.
Here's your guy, Crucky.
John's adopted son here, Jude Abadessa. He's been on Jude in his style, which is swing at a pitch that's a strike right away. Showed a little more patience yesterday.
Well, yeah, and he only had one hit, so he needs to. And again, a side armor like Jung is, you have to see it first, and now all of a sudden he's ready to go.
Ball. How about the late break on the curveball from Young? It almost looks like a slider effect.
You got to think too, for kids this age, you haven't seen this arm angle too much, if ever. That's coming, starting almost back behind Jude.
Back up the middle. Oh, nice job by the pitcher Young. 2 good fielding plays for South Korea. And there are 2 down.
Well, he's throwing pretty hard, and that velocity is going to create velocity off the bat too, because Jude just kind of stopped us when the hands start. Right about there, he's not quite sure. Finishes that swing, but a good job by Yunho Young to field his position. Hard one hopper right back to him. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first.
And now another lefty, Harlost, with big power. Talked to the Maine NWL coaches, says they're 23-0, which was the tightest game along the way, and they go back to the regionals in their second game against Delaware. They were tied in the 6th inning. Delaware sent a runner from third home. The ball was in the outfield. He slipped. They got him out. Harlo's bottom 6 comes up and hits a homer to win it. Good one.
And I think Ryan Harlow, he started out this World Series 4 for 4. Has been 0 for 5 since. But that game against Kentucky, when they walked him 3 times intentionally, he has 5 walks, but I think it took away some of his aggressiveness.
You got to be careful here. 0-2. Ball. Wow. Right to the glove, and Joe, the catcher, held it for 10 minutes.
Well, you hear the umpire too. Don't hold. Don't
talking to also.
Yeah, umpires really dig that. I mean, if you're a catcher, you want to hold it there as long as you can.
That'll move you up high on the list there.
Not sure the language barrier allows him to understand it. Harlow swings and misses, and a good start for Jung-Ho Young. He throws 9 pitches. We're through 1. The Little League World Series championship game. 0-0. Back with Kyle, John, Jamie Sire, Carl Ravitch here, and aerial coverage today brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. Talked a lot about how close Endwell, New York is to Williamsport through the districts. Johnson City, Endicott, Norwich, Vestal. Vestal, those of you who like hockey remember Mike Dunham, the former NHL goalie, grew up in Vestal, New York. Sectionals through the states. The regionals, there's that game against Delaware. They beat Pennsylvania, team from Clinton County in the championship. And then, of course, what they've done here. Yeah, a little toasty, but we're looking forward to seeing how this game plays out. Sang-Hyun Park, the big right fielder, bats now. Breaking ball in the inside corner for a strike. Thing about South Korea too, they're not afraid. They don't have a set lineup. They'll move, bounce them around the lineup, different places. Park's batted down, he's batted high up.
Ball. Yeah, and when we met with Hee Soo-ji on Friday, when we met with the coaches, they base a lot of it on batting practice. And
Choi to right field. This one's sending back. Fellows at the wall. Makes the catch. Holy cow, what a play by James Fellows. Wow.
Now we got a great shot of that sitting up here, because you can see him ranging back off the bat. I thought that ball was way out. But James Fellows had a beat on it right away. Going glove side, kind of eases back. Now we're going to deal with the wall. Catch, wall, first out of the inning, and looked like he's done it 1,000 times. That is a tough play that a 12-year-old just made look real easy.
Really tough play. We mentioned it. He plays as shallow than any other outfielder here. He plays a shallow right field, so he had a ways to go to get to that one too.
Min-Ho Choi, line shot, second base. Albadesa's there. And anytime you can get a one-pitch out, that's a great sign for anybody at the Little League level. He has thrown 4 pitches here in the second. Yesterday in that game that South Korea hit that home run, one of them was right up against the wall against Panama, and the left fielder banged against the wall as he went to catch the ball, and it seemed to affect his ability to reel it in. In this case, Fellows caught it almost simultaneously.
That's hard to do right there. What Harlow's just did is throw a ball inside to Wante Cho. He stands right on top of the plate. I mean, if it doesn't hit him inside, it's a strike. I mean, look how close he stands. Look how his arms are extended out over the inside corner of the plate. I mean, his front foot's on the white line, almost touching home plate.
Throws a breaking ball in there for a strike.
I got one thing to watch too. If you throw a fastball on the inside part of the plate, he's out. I mean, the only way you can get to it is if he hits it foul.
Like that. That's a great pitch by Harlows.
I think you saw Choi almost look at his bat as if it were wood, would I have broken it?
It would have broke a few times. and that's where you have to pitch, and you don't want to hit anyone, but the last thing you want to do is hit a batter, but you have to try to establish that part of the plate. They're trying to take away the outside. You got to own the inside, and he's moved closer.
Trying to throw him a 3-2 breaking ball. It hit him on the leg. The first 3-ball count, and now a hit batter.
And that's a difficult thing, Carl. You know, Harlows was cruising through this inning. 3 or 4 pitches, threw 2 hitters, got 2 outs, and then you work a 3-2 count. You hit a guy, and now the inning gets extended, and the pitch count goes up.
Jun Ho Young. Well, the crowd erupted when Fellows went back to the wall. May have saved a home run. Young 1 for 4 here at the World Series. Now 2-0. A little anxiety in the crowd too with a hit, and now a couple of balls after a hit batter. Gets that call on the inside corner, strike 1. He said, don't hold the ball and don't look back.
I just want to say hi.
Mancini fields it to second. Oh, wow, a lot closer than you would have thought. Good job by Michael Mancini and Abadesa, but on the timing play, Choi beat him.
Yeah, and this one surprised Wante Cho, the base runner on first base. He didn't think there was going to be a play there, and he doesn't slide. You can see when he comes in, and by not sliding, it slows him down so much that Mancini just about got the lead runner. Jude there doesn't quite get that foot down the first time. Even if it's there, he's going to be safe, but still, a play that looked like it had no chance to be close was bang bang at second.
And now a pinch hitter, Musung Kim, will bat. He's had success as one of the substitute players, 3 for 7 with a double, and a chance to get Korea on the board first. Left field is going to get out of play and be foul. Amity Stadium's last game, and the last Little League game of the 2016 summer. 0-1 to Kim. Ball. Doesn't chase it. 1-1.
Turning around and looking at an umpire, whether you're a hitter or you're a catcher, it's kind of like eating pasta with a white shirt. It's just not the best idea. Doesn't go over all that well.
Well, only if you're trying to decorate that shirt. Back up the middle, and Harlos is there to make the play. Strong defense from the team from Maine, Endrell, New York. James Fellows has been a huge part of this team's success. And every position counts, every at-bat counts. The right fielder going to the wall. This presentation of Little League World Series, it will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Second time for Maine, Endwell, New York, trying to win the United States, their first Little League World Series title since 2011. Earlier on the field, that's the parents of George Springer. The great young superstar plays for the Houston Astros, Laura and George Springer. Just to bring it full circle, Laura Springer taught my boys gymnastics. They come from Connecticut. Now he's a Major League Baseball player. Our family interview brought to us by Heinz. Jamie?
Yes, and he was also named Parent of the Year along with his wife, Laura. And I know you played here in 1976. You've come back with your family for several years. How has this event changed throughout the years?
Oh, it's gotten bigger and better. I mean, the staff here under Steve Keener's leadership has done an extraordinary job of integrating all the component parts. So you have an opportunity to come here and experience the volunteerism, the spirit and the commitment towards the kids. Obviously, incredible quality play. And the relationship that they have with ABC and ESPN has been incredible in terms of expanding the reach of Little League throughout the world. And so I think now it's attracted a lot more people. There's a lot more kids that are keened into it, a lot more communities that are keened into it, and it's made for a bigger and better organization overall.
So obviously you played, your kids played, along with your daughters as well. Why is Little League so important to your family?
Well, Little League has always, from the time that the kids were small, provided a safe, structured environment to compete under rules of fair play. And as I mentioned a little while ago in my acceptance speech of our prestigious award that we got this year, that's a lot more than that. It's about the reinforcement of values. You know, it's pretty amazing. Ordinary people can do extraordinary things. And that's, I think, the power of Little League Baseball. It's a group of people that come together to volunteer their time to make a commitment to supporting these kids, not just in terms of their on-the-field exploits, but in providing and reinforcing values that translate off the field and to make them very successful and productive citizens when they leave the game.
Very well said. We've definitely enjoyed watching them play throughout the years, and congratulations once again on the award.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Carl, back to you.
All right, Jamie. You understand why George Springer is one of the more well-respected parents, and his son receives the same level of respect at the Major League level with the Houston Astros. After the strikeout, Jack Hopko bats now.
I like the uni, too.
The old school Astros uni.
No buttons needed.
The Astros right in the thick of it, John, again.
Makes me feel old when you say old school, because that's what they wore when I played.
Hopko holds up 2-0. All right, John, left-handed hitter, a guy that throws a breaking ball that kind of breaks into your wheelhouse if you get one, right?
Yeah, but the fastball looks like it runs away. So I think you have to commit to hitting the ball away. And if he speeds up your bat with the breaking ball, then spin on it.
Ball. Don't hold. No.
Yeah, that can get pretty disturbing to the umpire.
Yeah.
You continue to hold it like that, and I don't know if Joe, the catcher, speaks any English at all, but he understands no. That's too long to hold the ball.
Three and one. Hopko had the big hit yesterday, went the other way with it, and that allowed Maine, Endwell, New York to jump on top of Tennessee. In fact, a couple of hitters, lefties, went the other way, and that was a big part of the game. And of course, Billy Dundon had a little bloop, but played it two.
Take that swing 3-1.
Yeah,
3-1, go after it.
Trying to put him on the board.
Yeah.
Talking with the coaches before, many of these boys don't have school until next week. There will be a huge welcome back for them. They'll leave tomorrow morning around 9, get home at 11. But probably on Tuesday they'll start their next sport, whether it be football or in some cases hockey. The baseball bats and gloves go away after today. Hopko getting some good rips here.
He might get him here. Getting closer to straightening that out.
Two. Play. Took some good swings at it, but he strikes out. Little League Grow the Game grant program was created to provide local Little Leagues the resources they need for general improvement and to expand or establish Little League Softball, Little League Challenger Division, and Little League Urban Initiative programs. For more information, visit littleleague.org/grow the game. So 3 strikeouts in a row, back-to-back here to start the second inning. Brings up Brody Raleigh, the third baseman. Yeah, that spinner. It reminds me of, remember Jeff Nelson, New York Yankees reliever? It's the same kind of frisbee action on that pitch he throws. Raleigh's dad, Matt, was actually a hitting coach for the Marlins in 2003, the team that won the World Series. So you can see why he's a good hitter. That may be the biggest World Series ring ever created, because Matt Raleigh's hands are like meat hooks. Yeah. They're just enormous. Pretty good ring to have. That one looked like it was on the corner, and it's a strike, strike 2. 1-2.
And normally this team from New York's more aggressive, but yeah, I think it's a matter of, you know, they're having trouble picking the ball up from Jung.
Oh. When he drops down, let's go. He definitely has much more of a break to that pitch. Gets underneath it and it goes.
Yeah, that'll go all the way across the plate.
That big ring and that big hand we saw owns the home run record for the Binghamton Mets in a single season. Now has a batting cage, so we get free practice for Brody and probably anybody on the team.
What year was that ring?
03.
2-2. Play. It's against the Yankees. All right. Josh Beckett.
That was the young kids, that pitching staff. Wild one there. Beckett was on that. A.J. Burnett was on that team. And of course they disbanded again, and now they're struggling to get back to that respectability in Miami. All 3 strikeouts, impressive.
Yeah, 3 in a row, 4 in a game so far for Jun Ho Jung. Seen the fastball from down under. He flips a little breakable on there too. Tough to hold up. Both guys on the mound, impressive so far.
Welcome back earlier today. Baltimore Orioles Jun-Soo Kim spoke to the kids from Korea.
13개.
13개?
네.
Mr. Kim's promised, and if we win this tournament today, he will give us a 13 signed new bet.
And what a treat that would be for those kids. Kim in the Baltimore Oriole lineup today, and Buck Showalter always aware of what's going on. We got AJ Adam Jones deliver the authentic Korean food to Kim today. A little pregame meal for the Orioles. Rue bunts one, and he's going to beat it out. And the throw goes into right field, and he will stay there at first. You can almost predict that when Rue comes up, he's going to lay a bunt down.
He can fly, and if he gets it down that third base side, we've even seen, I mean, he had a bunt base hit, and the ball didn't leave the dirt the other day. Love how excited those kids get.
Oh, hearing about the bat, just hearing from Kim.
Yeah, you don't need to speak the language to see that exciting.
Orioles playing today. They get a 5-0 lead over the Yankees. Baseball tonight will be on ESPN at 7 from Fenway Park, where the Red Sox and Royals are playing. Now Seum Kwon, lead-off man on. Kwon goes to bunt. He offered, and they throw to first, no play. Kwon reached on a single. He is hitting .500. 6 for 12.
You know, Carl, you can question, why are they bunting? I mean, this kid's hit 3 home runs in the last 2 games, has Kwon. But when you have this dominant of pitching, you have to think 1 run might be it.
And Raleigh way in. We go Butcher Boy, and he goes back, and it's a wild swing and a pitch way outside the strike zone.
That was a good job by Brody Raleigh over at third base, too, because he came in, and it was almost like he knew that Kwon was going to pull the bat back. The minute the bat started to come back, Brody was getting back into that position. Now with 2 strikes, he'll play a little bit deeper.
Chases a high one, throw to first. Close play, but he did get back in time as Kwon strikes out.
Yeah, Connor Rush right there didn't take that 1 extra step. If he'd have just caught it and threw it, might have had him. But that extra step allowed Rue to get back safely. Close play, though.
Yeah, Rue was moving there as the ball basically crossed the plate into the catcher's glove. He was quick off that base. And now Yu-Bin Choi. Jam shot caught. They'll have a double play, and that'll end that inning. Harlos has ended the last 2 innings on balls hit back to him, and he only threw 5 pitches. New York very much alive here as we are headed to the bottom of the 3rd. James Fellows, who's been outstanding with the defense and the bat, will lead things off following the double play here at the World Series.
There's a bazillion ways.
Welcome back. It is 4 o'clock in the East, and our coverage of the Little League World Series is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Where else do you get a chance to watch a Little League Championship baseball game featuring boys from Seoul, South Korea, and Maine and Endwell, New York? Think about a population of about 10 million and a population of about roughly over 10,000, and that's what we got. And yet they're matching each other pitch for pitch. Ryan Harlos to Junho Jong. Young hasn't given up a hit yet, and yet the scoreboard is the same at 0-0. Some of the kids from Japan signing some autographs here before they head back to their country. Japan shocked by Canada when this whole thing started, and so often this championship game you see a team from Japan playing. But today it's South Korea. They're after their 4th this Seoul Little League. And James Fellows, who robbed a home run, is leading off. Takes a big swing at it. Any thought, John or Kyle, for the United States to perhaps small ball, bunt a little bit, get some base runners?
Yeah, I don't know if that's in their DNA right now. You know, maybe when they get back to top of the order, Michael Mancini will drop a bunt, but yeah, I think right now it's just you got to try to pick up the ball. They're not getting good looks at Junho Jung.
This is one of those, too. It's just hard to simulate. If these kids haven't seen this arm angle before, especially the right-handers, it's tough for a coach to go through a batting practice like this. You almost have to see him once.
Outside, and he gets him to chase it, and that one was basically right through the right-hander's batter's box. That's 5 strikeouts and 5 strikeouts in a row.
And it was 3 of the exact same pitches, too. This one just a little bit further out, but fastball's on that side. And when he throws it to that side because of the arm angle, if it starts on the outside part of the plate to the left hand, it's just going to keep on going away from the barrel. That one moved a good 6 inches before it got to home plate.
Justin Ryan bats now. First pitch, perfect in there for a strike. Scott Rush, the manager, was telling us before the game that he went down to throw some batting practice to try to simulate the kids from South Korea, and within about 5 pitches he was toast. He couldn't throw it that hard. And Young looks real comfortable on the mound right now, mixing the pitches, and ahead of Justin Ryan, 0-2. All right, Jamie, down to you, Jamie.
Yeah, Carl, Justin Ryan's first love is hockey. Normally he'd be playing on a travel hockey team in the summers, but he wanted to see how far he could get with this baseball all-star team. Now, the best part is that he also volunteers his time to help special needs kids learn the game of hockey, helps them lace their skates, teaches them how to stand in them, gets the nets, the equipment. His mom says he's the first one there, the last one to leave. He has never missed a single one of their practices.
That's a very cool story. Gretzky is his nickname, as Jamie just talked about with the hockey thing. That's who he most wants to meet. That's his favorite sport to watch, his favorite sport to play. And hockey and chicken parm go together. That's the dish he likes best that his mom makes. A little chicken parm action. On the corner, 6 in a row.
It's pretty dialed in right now.
Yeah, and you know, the fastball to left, he's running away from him. But when he's commanding this fastball away, you saw him throw the breaking ball, the pitch before. Thought he would get Justin Ryan to swing, but it was too far off the plate. So he throws one on the same plane, and with this one being a fastball, it runs back over the outside part of the plate. If he can command both sides, long day for the team from New York.
Yeah, Jordan Owens at least looked like he was going to bunt. He's got that third baseman, Choi, who's got a great arm. But Choi's playing even with the bag, and prior to that pitch was behind the bag. Get base runners, good things happen at the Little League. Good hack at it from Owens, who's got 2 hits out of the 9 spot. We've been here all week, did the regionals. You watch the team from Maine and Enwell, and John, you know it because you've seen them. They do all contribute. This is not just 3 different players.
Yeah. Yeah, they get production from the bottom, off the bench.
A little high, 2-1. Like to see a bunt, if for no other reason, to see if they can beat it out. And also you get a chance to see Choi's arm over there at third base. We've seen him make 1 play. It was the first play of the game. Looked like a major leaguer throwing it across the diamond. Owens hanging in there tough. 2-2 at 5-4, 114. Looking for a 7th consecutive strikeout. There it is. So after a couple of ground ball outs to start the game, he has retired everybody the next 7 via the strikeout. Young is locked in. We're midway through the championship game. We'll continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
What's up, guys? Make sure you check out the...
You're watching the Little League World Series. We're in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and that's what this stadium looked like years ago. Not only did they have the outfield surrounded with fans, but you can see the lower bowl there. There were no netting at all. And that's what it looks like from high above Lombardi Stadium, and this is what it looks like now. And it's become an absolute mecca for baseball fans. And whether it's Tom Coughlin, the former coach of the Giants, Torrey Hunter, our guys here, Aaron Boone, anybody that watches it on TV and say, I really want to go, it looks so cool, to a person. Anybody that comes says it's so much better in person. You know, Thomas Tull, who's the founder of Legendary Pictures and owner of the Steelers, a graduate of Maine Enwell High School. You think about all the experiences that guy has had. I mean, he's a billionaire. He puts this number 2 behind the Steelers winning a Super Bowl title.
And he owned part of the club.
Number 2. Ball. We head to the top of the 4th. And Jae-Kyung Kim, Sang-Hyun Park. That's 4-5 in the order. Park was the guy that almost hit it out of here. This is a player that's got 2 homers already. Ball. A little high. 3 hits for the South Korea team, none for Maine Enwell, New York. In there for a strike. Looked like Kim was taking a strike.
A 2-0 breaking ball there.
2-1.
Like it. just in case they're going to be aggressive 2-0.
Off-speed pitch. And there is Thomas Tull, involved with the production of so many phenomenally successful movies, including the entire Dark Knight series, responsible for 42, the Jackie Robinson story as well. Wow. Strikeout, throw down to first. Wow, the off-speed stuff there gets Kim way out in front.
Amazing how a bat can change. I mean, it's 2-0. Worried that Harlow maybe might walk the leadoff hitter. Then he comes back and throws 3 straight breaking balls. The first to get to 2-1, and then after that, had Jake Young Kim all the way out in front of it. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Ryan Harlost.
And now Sang-Hyun Park, the big right fielder, only 1 hit at the World Series. Nearly had his second earlier today. Break. Breaking ball. Oh, wow. That evens the count up at 1-1. James Fellows out there in right field has backed up a little bit. This was the catch he made on Sang-Hyun Park in the second inning. Could have been a home run.
I think you have to be, if you're the coaches from the team from New York, you've got to be very pleased with Ryan Harlow, how he's bounced back after a subpar start in his last outing.
Now Park knew it. Breaking ball got him, and the 5th strikeout for Ryan Harlost.
And that's the way you have to pitch, Carl. You know, when you stand that close to home plate, your first move is you have to try to open up. Look where Park, his left hip, how he opens up quickly. He sells out for the fastball in, and because it's the breaking ball, once he opened up, he couldn't pull the trigger. Great pitch by Ryan Harlost.
Pinch hitter now, number 3, Sang-Hyun Kim. And the first pitch with 2 outs. That's a foul ball. He wasn't moving. Ow! Big rush.
Boy.
Blow that one fair and throw him out at first.
Never know.
Well, Mancini threw a steady diet of breaking pitches yesterday to the tune of 14 strikeouts, and now it looks like Harlost is starting to lock in his breaking pitch. Throws a fastball there.
Like it. It's tough at any age, but especially when you're 12, to talk yourself into throwing that fastball inside and guys are on top of the plate. That one's not coming back.
Nope. He's going to be up there for a while.
He's done a good job of spotting it. When they try to go inside, he's put it right there.
Trying to strike out the side. Good hack at it on a fastball that hit 74 miles an hour. You bump that back to a pitch from 60 feet 6 inches at the major league level. You're looking at 96 miles an hour. That's how quick Sang-Hyun Kim has to react to it.
Right.
Breaking ball got him, and what an inning for Harlost. Back-to-back solid innings. Started the double play in the 3rd, and 3 strikeouts here in the 4th.
How about these two on the mound going head-to-head so far? All zeros on the board and a ton of strikeouts for each. Ryan Harlow strikes out the side. That's now 6 in the game for Harlost. 7 for Jun-Ho Jong. We're scoreless to the bottom of the 4th in Williamsport.
ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series, presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, is brought to you by the Odyssey from Honda, official vehicle of Little League.
America Honda is celebrating its 20th anniversary as a proud sponsor of National Little League Baseball and Softball. 20 years ago, Honda signs on as a sponsor as a way of giving back to the communities in which it does business. And this year, those 5 semifinalists chosen for a chance to win the 2016 Honda Odyssey. First key worked for Angie T. from Wellsville, Pennsylvania. And congratulations to Angie. And a special shout out to all those American Honda folks. They do a terrific job shuttling people back and forth from the local hotels. You get 23,211 here today, and about 26,000 yesterday. Big crowds as the Little League World Series. They show up, especially when a team from nearby is in it. All right, top of the order now, 4th inning. New York. Michael Mancini leads things off. Ball. Haven't had a base runner yet. No walks, no hits. Six of the kids that were with the team last year at the regionals back with the team this year. Mancini, one of them. That one was outside, but he swings at it.
And that's the luxury that Jung has with that arm delivery. You know, sometimes you don't pick up the ball, you pick it up late, and you're going to get some chases out of the strike zone. But you know, this team from New York, they have to make sure that they're getting better pitches to swing at.
Fouls that one back.
Easier said than done, though.
No doubt. Michael's 5'6", 114, 7th grade, Maine Endwell. His mom, Jackie, has been watching Michael and his dad on the field. Dad down there at third base.
Uh-oh.
Don't hold. No. If he didn't understand the language, no. The home plate umpire went out. I'm going to clean the plate. I'm going to look at the catcher and just shake my head. Don't do that.
You get that one.
2-2. Brian Henry doing a nice job behind the plate today. As the 2-2 set to be delivered by Young to Mancini. And this one is popped up into shallow left field, and a nice running catch by the left-handed left fielder Wante Cho out there. It is Sunday night. Our baseball game is the Royals. They're at Fenway to take on Big Popping and the Red Sox. Coverage starts at 7 right on ESPN. The Baseball Tonight Sunday Night Countdown tonight with Adnan Dallas and Tim Kirchin. It's streaming live on ESPN app and the Watch ESPN. Royals have fought their way back into postseason contention. Red Sox saw Dustin Pedroia explode recently. And Jude Abadessa bats. Good pitch, good hit. First one of the day for New York, and Abadessa loves that first pitch, and he delivers it into center.
Yeah, Mom can look now. He's not a big fan of watching Jude play. He just likes the end result. And that's again, that's, you know, we first at bat he took a couple pitches. That's very unlike him, but he has an unbelievable ability of hitting the ball up the middle. Remember, his first out was a hard ground ball up the middle. A lot of his hits have been base hits up the middle, and I guess when you finally give up a hit, you get a visit from the coach.
Well, it was actually the first contact. I mean, you had the pop out to left, which was contact. Now you had a hit.
하나씩 잡는 걸로 하자고. 하나씩 알았지? 수비들이 해줘. 준호는 공 전력 투구. 오케이. 전력 투구 해주는 거야. 자, 한번 해보자.
Both Mancini and Abadessa celebrated birthdays here in Williamsport this week. And now your real chance, if you're looking through that camera or just watching the game on TV or here in person, you have Ryan Harlos, the pitcher, up. Like so many of the pitchers here at the World Series, they've helped themselves with big hits, and Harlos is in the chance now to do that. Liked what he saw, and that one was over the plate.
And the thing, you're going to have to hit, you're going to have to get hits to score runs, because Jun-So Cho, have we seen anything go back to the backstop yet?
I don't think so, and I don't think he's getting 3 ball on anybody.
0-2, you can see location down and away on that one to Harlos. May take a mistake.
Oh.
That's a tough way to play when you're hoping for a mistake or one big swing.
That one is hit into center field. It gets down in front of the center fielder. Abadessa on his way to third. It's cut off. And there are runners at second and third as Harlos delivers.
Seung Kwan out in center field is playing deep to try to stop the base runner from going first to third. This ball's hit so hard, Kwan goes over and fields it cleanly. Wagaju is not going to stop. He didn't even peek. He was going first to third the whole way, and two hard-hit balls in a row. First from Jude Abadessa, now the double from Harlos. There's two in scoring position for New York.
Yeah, once that ball was cut off by the shortstop, Rue, Minho Choi, the second baseman, was not covering second base, and that allowed Harlos to sneak into second. And you see it right now. I think they have respect for Ryan Harlos as a pitcher. Infield in.
First chance, first two hits for the United States.
Safety squeeze, Carl? What do you think?
One's a lot right now.
Set up outside for Connor Rush.
Big week for Connor, big day for his sister. Haley turned 16 today. She probably wants a car, but RBI single looked pretty good right now.
Outside, and it's even up 1-1. There's the 16-year-old. Got to give credit to all the siblings, the moms, the dads. I mean, this is a long journey. And here they are, a swing away from grabbing a lead. Rush, a little blooper, it drops. Abadessa comes in, 1-0 New York. If the infield isn't in, that's a routine pop out to short.
And that's a decision the manager and coaches have to make. Do we play him in or do we play him back? The last thing they want to do is give up a routine ground ball and let a run score. But instead, Connor Rush just gets it over the shortstop Rue's head. Look at that. That ball barely made it into the outfield grass.
Checked up.
Drop. Yesterday it was a little blooper off the bat of Billy Dundon, and today a little blooper off the bat of Connor Rush. They moved Jordan Owens to first base. He'll be a special pinch runner. And Jap Hopko had a big hit yesterday going the other way. The United States had no hits. Now they have 3 consecutive hits. And they lead it 1-0.
Well, Hopko struck out his first time up, but he looked good. Took some really good swings. Ended up swinging through a fastball, but fouled 2 or 3 off.
In on the corners. Middle infield, back. Ooh, 0-2. That one looked like it was outside, but he gets the call.
Oh, now it's protect mode. Protect and contact.
Set up way outside, and that one would have hit a right-handed batter in the rib cage. If Hoppy can get one on the ground to the shortstop, they'll get a run with Harlos at third. That one way inside, and he gets out of the way of it to even it up at 2-2.
And that's the impressive thing about Jung. You know, you think a guy that throws with his arm angle wouldn't be able to get inside the lefty, but he has some pretty good gas to get in there.
Now the game changes. No hits. So here we are with 2 men on, 3 consecutive singles, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Who got it started? Jude.
Off the glove. Harlow's just cutting. Nobody there. It's 2-0. And now going to third is Owens, and he will get there. What a read by Ryan Harlow as that one popped out of the glove of Cho to give the U.S. a 2-zip lead.
And we mentioned how solid Cho has been behind the plate. And you see this swing right here by Hopko, and the ball just hits off his glove and bounces. But you said it right, Carl. Ryan Harlow had an unbelievable jump. But not only that, but Owens now gets to third base on that play.
You've never been happier with a strikeout if you're New York right there. You score a run and the guy on first ends up at third base and extend that lead.
Brody Raleigh bats now. On the corner, strike 1.
That was a great read from Ryan Harlow to third base. Because the minute that ball got away, all his momentum heading towards home plate, he beat the pitcher there.
He spins one in there for a strike, and Raleigh nods his agreement with the umpire. That was a strike. First time that South Korea in a title game has ever fallen behind. They are 3-0 in title games. And Raleigh waves at that one. But what an inning for the United States. The top of the order after Mancini made contact and flew out. Jude Abadessa, first pitch, drills one up the middle. Ryan Harlow's the single, and then the little blooper that was heard from here to New York's main Endwell community. It's 2-0, 6 outs to go.
Going through these life changes, gotta keep my feet moving. Looking up at the sky, gonna keep my eyes open, gonna keep my mind racing. Keep on trying to fly.
Welcome back, everyone. That's the goal. I think it was Drake who said it yesterday. Let's make it end well for Maine Endwell. Well, they've done their part. They got 2 runs here. Ryan Harlow's given up just 3 hits. South Korea, for the first time in their country's history, trails in a World Series title game. See, they're 15-1 all time. Lee trying to lay a bunt down. It goes foul. This is a pinch hitter, Junhyuk Lee, a 500 hitter. And a lot of folks are now showing that we are ME for Maine Endwell.
He's pinch hitting because Wante Choi, Cho, I'm sorry, is in this position in the lineup. He's down the bullpen warming up, the lefty.
Hard to do both. It'd be hard.
You've seen a few tries.
You've seen him pitch. He might be able to. He's a good pitcher.
I think we might see him here in a minute.
Now the goal for the United States, John, keep them off the base, right, and breathe a little bit. You got a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, get that first one. That's all.
Slow roller, and that is an easy first one into the glove of Jack Hopko. Well, it certainly has been exciting, and you can follow the excitement of the Little League World Series, including the scores, the stats, the highlights, and more at llbws.org, or follow along on social media with the hashtag LLWS. 1 down in the 5th, and Newman Lee will get a chance to bat. 52 comfortable pitches, 4 1/3, 6 Ks, and no walks.
A lot of quick outs too. That pitch count's so low.
Newman Lee swings and misses. We're at the number 8 spot in the batting order, so the top of the order will either come up this inning or in the 6th.
You don't think Harlow's confidence is soaring?
Hit a ball in a gap.
We mentioned
got a lead.
Yeah, we mentioned 0 for 5 his last 5 at bats. Struck out his first at bat, gets that big hit. Struggled pitching, and now he's dialed in.
He's done such a good job too of changing speeds. Fastball, breaking ball, fastball, breaking ball. Hasn't doubled up very much. It's tough to get into a rhythm for the South Korean hitters today.
Velocity still there. 71 miles an hour as he practices his delivery on the mound. Speed pitch driven to right, and that's not going to stay in the yard. Wow, a 2-strike home run from the pinch hitter, Yoo-Min Lee. His first at the World Series. It's 2-1. That was smoked.
That's a hanging breaking ball out over the plate. And, you know, Kyle said it. He's been very good with his location, very good at changing speeds. But when you elevate that that breaking ball, yeah, there's no way. It's hard to hit that ball on the ground.
That'll be a comfy there in the morning.
No, that'll leave a mark.
That's a big offer. We're going to dive for it, go right through the hedge, take a header, and not come up with a baseball.
Well, a good answer for South Korea after falling behind 2-0. Whatever Coach Mancini said, all the boys left the mound laughing.
All right.
Number 9 hitter is Jung-So Cho. First pitch in for a strike. This is Cho's first at bat today. He was pinch hit for in the second inning. Pretty typical of the team from the Asia Pacific region. You bring a guy off the bench and he homers. They all have the ability to do it. Coaching staff said there's roughly 200 to 300 kids in which they have to choose from to put this team together. That one bangs in for a strike. They're trying desperately to create new fields and opportunities for the kids in South Korea to play Little League baseball. Last 2-strike pitch left the building for a homer. Not that one. Seventh strikeout for Ryan Harlost.
Changing speeds again, and this time elevates that fastball to a spot that nobody's going to catch up to here. The fastball's been in the low 70s today for Ryan Harlost, so it's the big league equivalent of the low to mid 90s. Elevates the fastball. Big strikeout for the second out of the inning. Now you have to guard against the bunt with the leadoff hitter Rue coming up.
Outside. Home run hitter Seung Kwon on deck. You don't want to have a runner on when he comes up. He may be taking. Nope, on the ground a second. Hard play. Whoa, Jude Abadessa ate that up. And they are 3 outs away as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning in a terrific championship game here at the Little League World Series.
ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes is brought to you by Otezla. Learn more at Otezla.com. And by Progressive. Drivers who switch to Progressive can save nearly $600.
Hope you're enjoying ABC's coverage of the Little League World Series. It's been dominated by the teams from Asia Pacific. Tokyo, Japan has won 3 of the last 4. Team from South Korea in 2014. But now with the United States and Maine, Enwell, New York, 3 outs away. You flash back to 2011 and that great team from Huntington Beach, California. The boys got that big home run, and after that it was a pitcher's duel, much like today is, where the final score was very similar to what today's is. The team from Huntington Beach got their second run to win it there, and California beat Japan 2-1. And we know those kids are out there watching right now. This one sent to us at Denise Sianka, Little League World Series champs, last U.S. team to win the World Series title. Watching the game live today, look at them now.
Nice.
They're all grown up and still very much boys. We got Grub here. We got Guy rolling around on the floor. So Huntington Beach then. The kids from Chula Vista this year were so close. But now everybody on board watching this one, and it is close. Got a new pitcher in, and it's Swante Cho.
He's been pretty good in his tournament, Carl. 5 innings, 10 strikeouts is not a lot of hit. He's only walked 1. Big left-hander we saw warming up just a minute ago, and those are pretty good numbers.
Young was
more conventional than Young.
Right over the top, fastball in there for a strike. Young was outstanding right up until that 1 inning where in the United States strung together 3 hits. He ended up striking out 9. He didn't walk anybody. Your 2 starters today, Young and Harlost, 16 strikeouts, no walks. Big swing there from James Fellows.
One, 2.
New York would love to add 1 or 2. They have to deal with the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up in the bottom. I should say the top of the 6th. Boy, the old adage, if it's high, let it fly. He likes what he sees up there.
Yeah, problem is that's for the knuckleball. Not a 90-something mile-an-hour fastball. Trust me, Carl, on this one. I don't know a lot, but I do know that.
Well, it appeals to this guy. Fellows keeps hacking at it. See where the 1-2 goes. If nothing else, John, it looks a little more comfortable as a hitter.
Well, yeah, without question. I had trouble against right-handed sidearm guys. It just, you're never used to looking down there.
Play.
None of your coaches are that short to have to look down there even in batting practice.
Fellows was swinging for the downs here, and he misses it. As the Little League World Series winds up, want to remind everybody, September 3rd, the first weekend of the college football season. What a weekend. Alabama, #1, takes on USC. That's 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC at the house that Jerry built. So we'll be in Arlington for that. The game can also be seen streaming live on the ESPN app. And watch ESPN. Huge, huge showdown games first week. Big fastball there as Jaden Fanera swings and misses. Wow, that's a tough pitch. Fastball in the inside corner.
If you can throw it there against a kid this big, hard to get those hands inside that one.
Fanera right up on the plate. Oh, foul ball.
I got him.
Pretty effective 0-2 pitch.
Make you uncomfortable for the next one, wouldn't it?
The heart beating a little.
Came in again, and he swings and misses at that. So 2 quick strikeouts for Swante Cho.
It's 11 strikeouts total in the game for South Korean pitchers today. And just stayed with that fastball in. 0-2 a little bit further in than this. Jaden Fanera didn't cut that swing down much. He was trying to make it 3-1, but swung right through it. 2 straight strikeouts for Swante Cho.
Deuce, Billy Dundon, who was one of the heroes yesterday, had a huge smile on his face. He was in the post-game coverage being interviewed. Little bloop single, played it a couple yesterday. And this one down the first baseline, but a foul.
Shaking that hand, yeah.
Yeah, that's a. I want to dial this up a hair. Pretty good velocity right here by Wante Cho.
Hey guys, I can't feel my arm anymore.
Yeah.
It goes right from my fingers to my shoulder. Right into the booth. I like it. Truckee not prepared for the
lanes.
See that deflect, how it deflected that
assist.
Just wanted to make you feel a part of the team.
I appreciate it. It took me 2 weeks.
John, reaction. No. Oh, that's your lane, Kyle. I'm going to agree with Truckee.
It was bumped into my lane, but it ended up there. It's an assist.
To second base. And that'll do it in the 5th, which brings us to the top of the 6th and the last chance for South Korea as they try to make it 4 appearances and 4 wins. Maine and New York 3 outs away from a championship. Welcome back, everyone. The 2016 Little League World Series has been presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. And everybody on hand trying to see if this team from Maine and New York can join the group from Staten Island, the Schenectady team in 54, and the Schenectady team that was the runner-up in 53. In their championship games, they're trying to do what Staten Island did back in 1964 and be the first team from New York to win it all since then. How about the ticker tape parade? Back to some of those cars.
How about the flannel unis?
The old flannel unis, yeah.
I wore those. Little
Nice and
League,
chilly.
even my first year in high school, we had flannel.
Yeah.
It wasn't real chilly.
No.
Not a lot of stretchability either.
Fingers up in the air with 3. Trying to get 3 more outs and win the whole thing. It's not going to be easy. Si-Um Kwon has got 3 home runs at the World Series. This is a huge first batter in this inning. He lays down a bunt. It goes foul. And not a shock because the guys coming up after him, both Yoo Bin Choi and Jae Kyung Kim, have certainly got home run power. There is no batter's box, so the next hitter's got to watch from inside as the 0-1 to Kwon. Squares again, lays it down, fair ball, throw it. No, it stays fair. Wow. Rush made a decision to just let it sit. He didn't think he had a chance to throw him out, and the leadoff man is on in the 6th. That is a tough one.
I think if he picks his ball up immediately and throws, I think he's got it.
He's got a chance. He's got a chance. And the way it was spinning, I mean, it was spinning like it was going to go foul, but then right at the last minute just checked up. So it goes as a leadoff single for Kwon here in the 6th.
And it brings up Yoo Bin Choi. Hit one back to Harlost, and they doubled off Ryu in the 3rd. A little high. So South Korea here in the 6th trying to push across a tying run.
And remember, his last at bat when he did hit into that double play, he got jammed. And I think that's where Harlows has to stay here. Stay inside early and then see if he'll chase away.
No change in the approach. They try to get a runner into scoring position. That ball was bunted almost up here to our press box above home plate. Right now, Ryan Harlost has no pitch count issues.
Like that fastball. Like that fastball in.
Yeah, you got to get in there, though. You don't get in there.
How about the reaction from Choi? A lot of fists are clenched and breath being held with each pitch now.
Yeah, he knows he chased the bat when it, difference between 3-1 and 2-2. Now Harlow can go either way. Go back, fastball up and in, or breaking ball away.
Choi's got 2 hits, a double and a single. He's 2 for 15. 2-2. Breaking ball, slow roller to short to second. They get the out there, and a nice play by Mancini and Abadessa to cut down the lead runner, and there's 1 out.
How quick was that transfer? Tied him up. Ball's not hit all that hard, and it takes kind of a funny bounce the first time, too. Starts coming back towards Mancini, but gloves it, and there is no extra time. If he doesn't handle that ball cleanly and get it over to Abadessa on a line, there's no way they're going to get that lead runner. It took a good throw. They got a good throw and got the lead runner.
Nice job. Way to pitch, right? Let's be a pitcher. Let's continue to be a pitcher, right? Up and in, down and away, right? We do our fastballs up and in, down and away. Curveball, leave them down, right? Get them down. Let's continue to make plays, all right? Hey, 2 outs away. Let's go. Let's do it. Be legendary.
The Be Legendary reference to man we've been talking about a little bit, Thomas Tull, who founded Legendary Pictures, the graduate of Maine Enwell, played Little League Baseball for Maine Enwell, did Tull back in '82, and he is here today in the stands and knows they are 2 outs away. Tough hitter. Jake Young Kim, he struck out a couple times, but he's also got 2 home runs here. Ball down, 1-0. Carlos, the biggest kid on the Maine Enwell team out there at 5'10", 147 pounds. In there for a strike. He took something off of it.
I think he had Kim the last at bat down 2-0 in the count.
Yep.
And Ryan Harlow dropped a couple breaking balls in there.
2-1 jam shot. 1 out away. 1 out away from a World Series championship. Well, the United States and their fans here haven't been this close to a title since 2011. The biggest hitter on South Korea's roster is up now, Sang-Hyun Park. He stands 5'11". He weighs 195 pounds. Ryan Harlow and Maine Enwell are 1 out away.
One of the hardest balls he's thrown today.
When he let it go, he was like, oh no.
Walk that one back.
Park gets a bat on it and it's elevated. It's got the chance to leave. They're anxious on both sides. And it's getting a little harder to throw the strike, knowing what's at stake.
And here's a big decision for Hee Soo-ji, that the coach for this team from South Korea. Do you turn him loose here? 3-0. Game on the line.
Throws a breaking ball on the corner. Wow.
Rio breaking ball.
Takes guts. Spins one in there.
That hit him. That hit him, and the tying runner's got to go to second base.
That is a dead ball strike. That was a swing.
Oh, he's going to call it a swing. Well, the home plate umpire says that was a swing.
No, that's a strike. That's a dead ball strike. He was swinging at the pitch.
The home plate umpire has said that Park, and you be a judge, was swinging at it. Certainly looked like he checked his swing, even if he was intending to swing. He got hit by it.
That's the key, is whether or not he checks his swing. It looked like he definitely did.
Yeah, without question.
And this is not a reviewable play. So Park is going to have a strike called on him, and it's going to go to 3-2. That wasn't a swing.
No, it was not. And that's the thing. It's so easy to ask for help on that play.
Right. Outside, it goes to the backstop. And now, it almost feels like justice. The walk and the tying run down to second.
Ended the way it should have there.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want, is to have a call like that go against you.
For Ryan Harlos, that was the first walk he's issued in the game.
Yeah, and he just overthrew those last couple.
Motion just got him a little bit there right now.
He needs to dial it back in right here.
Now Min-Ho Choi.
And if you're the infield, knock it down at any cost.
First pitch, good one in there for a strike.
And that's a good way to dial it down. You get so excited out there. A first pitch breaking ball kind of slows your body down a little bit. Now he's ahead.
A little bit of advice from his buddy, the catcher, Connor Rush.
0-1.
Outfield very deep, and Choi at second has very good speed. Foul by inches. Kind of hard to pitch without a baseball.
I need one.
Everybody trying to record the moment if it happens here. Ryan Harlos 1 strike away. There it is! They did it! They did it! The perfect season! And the little engine that could from upstate New York holds on and gives the United States their first World Series title since 2011. What a job by Ryan Harlos in this game.
Think about how difficult it is to go through the entire tournament and not lose one game.
Yep.
That's what this team from New York accomplished this summer.
24-0, and that strikeout came on pitch number 84, which meant that if that at-bat had either been extended with a hit or a walk, Ryan Harlos would have had to come out of the game. Terrific story for a town that loves its high school, used to winning state football championships, and now a Little League team that has put that little hamlet on the map. You can just tell the kids can't believe it happened. Kind of had to end that way, didn't it? I mean, 23-0.
How good was that? How good was Ryan Harlos? I mean, a game after he gives up, what, 8 earned runs in 3 1/3 innings, comes out and goes complete game, allows 1 run to an offense that had been on fire from South Korea.
And they figured out a way to manufacture a couple runs. You know, when we were watching Jun Ho Jung pitch, I really didn't think. I'm like, whoa, this is going to be near impossible for them to score runs. But Jude Abadesi gets the big hit. Ryan Harlos, who had been struggling a little bit, came up with that big hit and the great base run.
Yes, the base running on third base, because ultimately it's that run that was the second run. He read the ball that popped out of the catcher's glove. It was a strikeout, but Harlos ends up scoring what would go on to be the winning run.
Look at the smiles and the braces. Ryan Harlos. Get the impression many of them are almost in shock. They give Brody Raleigh the big camera to take the picture. Thomas Tull, who we've talked about, who donated millions to the school for the refurbishing of the football field and the baseball field. We should ask him again if this now surpasses the Steelers' Super Bowl championship. They'll have that shot the rest of their lives, and those kids from California, Huntington Beach, who watch this one now have company. Both teams come together now on the third baseline, and once again, South Korea proves itself to be an outstanding baseball team. Can they pitch or what?
That was fun.
Yeah, that team from South Korea has nothing to be ashamed of. You know, yeah, it's hard when other teams from South Korea have come here and they haven't lost, and then they ended up losing to Panama on that big home run. But they have nothing to be ashamed of. They battled this game. You know, sometimes the other team, their pitcher just dials up a gem, and that's what Ryan Harlos did to this team. Kept them off balance. Kyle, we talked about it. Fastballs in, breaking balls away to both lefties and righties, and that's you know, that's the formula for success on pretty much any team. But Ryan Harlos carried it out.
Now the team from Maine Enwell, New York, trying to encourage the kids from South Korea to follow them around the diamond, and they're a little bit reluctant to do that, perhaps not wanting to steal the spotlight from the kids that won the whole thing, but they are making their way around the outfield here at Lomedy Stadium.
Well, you remember their first win when the football team was here out in left field, and after the game they went out and tipped their hats to those football players.
Get a chill with all the folks, many of them still standing here cheering for the kids from New York. We started the telecast talking about, in baseball, certainly Little League baseball, it has nothing to do with market size or anything like that. They certainly give hope to any other Little Leaguers, wannabes, 6-year-old, 10-year-old kids who someday want to play here and perhaps win a championship. Even today, guys, was more than just the Ryan Harlos and Michael Mancini show. Yeah. It was Connor Rush who delivered that big hit, just like it was Billy Dundon yesterday.
Yeah, it's just what I was thinking. I mean, Billy Dundon, who didn't have a hit in this Little League World Series, gets the hit that ends up being the game winner to get him to this one, and then different names again today. You guys had talked about it, how this lineup, even though there's only 11 kids, it seems like any one of the 11 can come out and get a big hit or make a big play, and all of them did at some point.
Yeah, and a strategic move by you know, the team from South Korea to have the infield in with second and third, and Connor Rush, you know, didn't look like he was very comfortable against Jung, you know, with the sidearm delivery, but he just reached out and popped one up, barely made it to the outfield grass, but ended up scoring Jude Abadesi. And Ryan Harlos went to third, and you know, the great read and the great aggressive base running by Harlos scored that second run.
And it was an interesting team structure when you look at all the Little League teams that come here. Usually you see teams of 12, 13, 14 players. This Maine Enwell team decided to try to do this whole thing with 11 players total. They had 2 substitutes for the entire summer, and you know, you had some good luck. You certainly had good health because nobody was unable to participate. You get 3 kids hurt, you're down to 8 players.
Yeah. I think it was the only team here that had less than 12. Worked out all right. So
it all starts in their hometown And they made their way through the districts and the sectionals and the regionals, and they get to the Little League World Series. And lo and behold, you're facing South Korea for the championship. And Ryan Harlos gets the last strikeout of the game and sends Lamade Stadium into a frenzy. We'll have much more as we continue our coverage of Maine Endwell's 2016 perfect season. Not easy to do. How about 24-0? 2 aces on the team. Ryan Harlos today. Michael Mancini yesterday. John Crux guy Jude Abadessa made a heck of a defensive play at second base and was a hitting hero all week. And those folks who've been involved with more ups and downs, a lot more ups than downs, but a lot of ups and downs and road trips and dirty laundry and trying to make sure they're eating right and staying hydrated. When it ends like this, it's all worth it. We'll continue from Williamsport after this.
Welcome to Honda.
Thank you. ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal. They're great. And in part by Otezla. Learn more at Otezla.com.
That's a run they'll remember the rest of their lives, even at 12 and 13 years old, to center field, and now back to start to talk and address what they just accomplished this summer. The hero, one of them, Ryan Harlos, and he's with Jamie. Jamie.
Yeah, Carl, Ryan, you are a World Series champion. How does that sound?
It's just the best. It was a perfect season. We haven't lost a game. Just to win it all is the best.
And how about this crowd you had behind you? So many people coming, making the trip, and cheering you guys on, yelling USA. What was it like to be on the field and hear that crowd?
It was just feel so good. Whenever you did something good, so, like everyone was behind you, everyone's clapping, cheering you guys on, just chanting USA in between innings stuff.
Yeah. It was pretty cool for sure. You pitched a complete game. They say the last 3 outs in baseball are the toughest. How important was it to you to finish this thing out?
It was just so important to finish my last game of Little League I'll ever play. Just to pitch the complete game and get the win.
Now, you were also really important in the scoring because you had some great base running there that led to the second run of the game. Kind of walk us through what was going through your head when you saw that wild pitch, that pass ball.
Well, our coach was saying it's going to be a close game, so you got to get every run. So he said just be careful any pass balls, any little hits that get anywhere. You just got to be ready to run home and get the run.
All right, well, congratulations once again. How does it feel?
This feels great. It's the best.
It's the best, guys. It's the best.
Yeah, he doesn't have to say much. You can see it in his face and right through those braces, that smiling face of Ryan Harlos. Just part of an outstanding back-to-back pitching performances from he and Michael Mancini. When you consider that yesterday they had to beat a really good Tennessee team, and today they had to knock off Korea. That's 19 strikeouts and 2 walks from your 1 and 2 pitchers to take home the World Series championship. I mean, ultimately, you guys both know it comes down to pitching, but this felt much bigger than just pitchers.
Yeah, I'm with Crucky. I mean, at that point, I couldn't quite figure out how they were going to score. I mean, it felt like South Korea was that good on the mound. And then you got Jude comes up and everything just kind of starts rolling.
Yeah, but the thing that happened in that inning where they scored their 2 runs, they got aggressive. We always know Jude Abadessa is going to swing at the first pitch, and he did. And he got a base hit. But when Harlos hit that ball into right center, and Jude didn't hesitate going to third base, drawing a throw, and let Harlos get the second, that set up that whole inning for this team. And, of course, Connor Rush with the infield in gets that bloop single. But an outstanding Little League baseball game.
And you could hear Ryan Harlos right at the end. They said our coach told us that every run is going to be important today, and when he had a chance, and it wasn't that big of a chance, if he doesn't break right away, he doesn't score, and ultimately this game probably still stands at 1-1. But that decision ended up being huge.
And I think it's an important part of Little League baseball. We've seen from Joey Hale with Tennessee to the manager of the international side. You know, we haven't talked much about Scott Rush and Joe Hopko and Joe Mancini, who have got these kids to play together, buy into the we, not me thing. That's a hard thing to do, but when it works, this can be the result of it.
Yeah, but you know, Carl, that only works if you have great pitching, and they had great pitching.
Yeah.
How many teams have you known? You've been doing this for a long time. that have gone through and won the championship with only 3 pitchers being used.
Not easy to do. Again, you need good players. They have those. You need good health. They have that. And you need some luck. When you have your 1-2 available on the weekend, dreams can come true. And they did for Maine Endwell today.
Going to the skate park today?
Well, we were first introduced to the Maine Endwell Little League team last year at the regionals, where about a half dozen of them played on a team that ultimately lost to Redland in the championship of that regional. Of course, Redland came here and won the United States Championship, so they had an idea that they could go pretty deep. I'm not sure they thought they could go this deep. Kyle and John, let's pick it up with Ryan Harlost and what he did.
I remember coming off a game where we gave up 8 earned runs in 3 1/3. And Ryan Harlost, really from the first pitch of this ball game, was in control the entire time. Struck out 8 today. The breaking ball was good, and especially early, Crucky. We were talking about it. The fastball was down in the zone. Started coming up a little bit later on, but really went out there and set the tone right away.
Yeah, he really did, and that was the key for him to get going early, get some confidence. But when we were watching Jung Ho Jung pitch right here, I really couldn't see how anyone was going to hit him. I mean, he was that dominant. I mean, at one point, didn't he strike out? He struck out 7 in a row, and that's just incredible. But then, you know, and then look, this is how you win. This is how you win games. Preserving runs with your defense. I mean, James Flowers with an unbelievable catch. And we mentioned during the telecast how shallow he does play. But, you know, to get back to the wall, make that play, you know, you're talking about a pitcher who might have came in a little shaky, but Harlow came in pretty excited about that one.
And then in the 4th inning, Jude Abadesa got things started. Jude is 9 for 16 at the Little League World Series, and after getting no hit for 4, all of a sudden the hits started falling, and then they bring the infield in, and a little blooper from Connor Rush goes over the head of the shortstop, and this was Harlow's base running.
Ball didn't get far past the catcher, and Harlow though was off as quick as soon as he saw that ball get away, he was off.
But you knew even up 2-zip, this one wasn't going to be easy, and it wasn't. After that home run, cut the lead in half, made it 2-1. That one came off the bat of Yu-Min Lee, and the 6th inning would be a nail biter every which way.
Look at that. 2 guys on. Ryan Harlow still on the mound. And we heard him say it just a minute ago. It's my last Little League game, and I wanted to finish it. And he did it.
What a better way to end your Little League career.
With 84 pitches. I mean, you get 85, you got to come out of the game. You look at that scoreboard, it says 84 on it. That's how many pitches Ryan Harlost had to throw to help the team from Maine Endwell, New York, win the Little League World Series championship. Harlost, Mancini, back-to-back, but you don't go 24-0 without all 11 players contributing, not to mention the family and the friends that went along for the ride. And how about the local support as well with the buses and everything from New York, and it just felt like it had to end the way that it did. The perfect season comes to a close. I know that John and Kyle and all those of us who are here feel privileged to be a part of it, as we do every year. I want to give a special shout out to those in the truck and those that spend the last 11 days chronicling history they'll never forget in upstate New York. For John, Kyle, Jamie Sire, I'm Carl Ravitch. We say so long with a look back.
You got the heart of a champion. Don't you know you can do anything? Your greatest strength will be found within. Take a breath, keep your head up high, and I'll be there to cheer you on. I will be there always to cheer you on. You can make it, take it, keep moving on. There is nothing you can't overcome. I'm gonna cheer you on.
Curacao has done it, and he crushes one. My goodness. Grand slam, and there it is.
Oh, what a catch. Out and home.
Wow, to be caught on camera. That was amazing.
I just came out to tell you how much I love you as a dad and a player.
That's gold history, boys. How many people get to play here? Look around you. Enjoy the moment.
It's gone.
That sounded good, didn't it? Wow.
I will be there always to cheer you on.
Yu-Min Choi strikes out 14. Korea does it again. They are your international World Series champions. This team from Maine Endwell, New York has not lost a game. If you want to dream big, you just got to look to Maine Endwell.
I'm gonna cheer you on.
It's all over, and the perfect season continues.
This has been a special presentation of ESPN on ABC.